Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about celebrities who were banned from SNL. Let's get right into it. Over the years, SNL has won over some of the best comedians and has a long history of inviting a wide range of musical artists, actors, and TV personalities to what is arguably the most important stage in television. Even though some of the people on this list have been special guests, they have all ended up on SNL's no-fly list and have been banned from the show. Here are some of the many famous people who have been banned. Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine was an unusual choice for the clean-cut nature of Saturday Night Live, so when the group were invited to perform on April 13, 1996, it raised eyebrows. However, the band made their statement by hanging American flags upside down from their amplifiers as they performed Bulls on Parade. The patriotic producers and stagehands were sent in to remove the flags, and the band was ordered to leave the building. Bassist Tim Comerford even stormed the host's dressing room, throwing bits of the recently torn flag. This incident led to Rage Against the Machine never appearing on the show again. Adrien Brody. Adrien Brody, an Oscar-winning actor, made a mistake hosting Saturday Night Live on May 10, 2003. He went off script and walked on stage to present his intro wearing faux dreadlocks and began to don a Jamaican accent in reference to the fact that the show were planning to welcome Jamaican reggae musical guest Sean Paul to perform. This skit was later criticized as racially offensive. Despite being short, it was removed from the internet and felt like a lifetime to watch. Sinead O'Connor. In 1992, Sinead O'Connor was banned from SNL after she performed Bob Marley's song War as a protest against the sexual abuse of children in the Catholic Church. During the performance, she held up a photograph of Pope John Paul II while singing the word evil and tore it up, throwing the pieces at the camera, stating "Fight the real enemy." SNL had no prior knowledge of her plan and the production team had to scramble to cut the feed. O'Connor later explained that the plan was inspired by Bob Geldof and that it was not the man but the office and the symbol of the organization that he represents that she was protesting against. Martin Lawrence. In 1994, Martin Lawrence was banned from SNL after going off script during his opening monologue, making controversial and offensive comments about women's private parts and personal hygiene. The comments received over 200 complaints, caused protests from several SNL sponsors, and the footage has been removed from existence. The show has since removed his comments from the monologue and he has not been invited to host since. Cypress Hill. In 1993, Cypress Hill caused controversy on SNL when DJ Muggs smoked a joint during the live broadcast. This led to the band being banned from the show. The band members have different views on the incident, with Sendog stating that Muggs wanted to make a statement, but he himself was surprised that he did it and understood the seriousness of the situation after the band was banned from the show. Despite the band moved on with their career. Robert Blake. In 1982, Robert Blake was invited to host SNL and took his role very seriously, but not in a positive way. He abused almost all of the cast members, and SNL writer David Sheffield remembered the disastrous moments. Blake threw a sketch called Breezy Philosopher at the face of the writer-actor Gary Kroeger with a harsh comment. This attitude led to Blake never being invited back to the show. System of a Down. In 2005, System of a Down was a risky choice for SNL, as the band was known for their protests against the Iraq War and had refused to perform an edited version of their song BYOB. The song contained lyrics that went against the stringent rules set out by SNL. Although the show had a 5-second delay, censorship was able to bleep out all the swear words in the song. The band's guitarist Darren Malakian, in protest, shouted "F yeah" into the microphone. As a result, the band has not been invited to perform on the show again. Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa, known for his counterculture and experimental freeform improvisation, was invited to host and perform on SNL on October 21, 1978, but his performance was seen as a failure. He struggled to interact with the production staff of SNL prior to the show and did not conform to the show's guidelines. He started the show by reminding the audience that he was reading off cue cards and continued to hammer home that he was not taking the position as host of the show with any sincerity. This approach did not go well with the audience, and the cast members refused to take part in the Good Night segment at the end of the show in protest of Zappa's role. Zappa was banned from the show after a disastrous job of hosting the show. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal appeared as a guest host on SNL in 1991. He struggled with his wooden persona and unfunny ideas. According to former cast member Tim Meadows, Seagal was also critical of the cast and writing staff and did not realize that you can't tell somebody they're stupid and expect them to continue writing for you. Seagal's attitude caused him to fall foul of SNL's expectations. David Bowie. David Bowie was allegedly banned from performing on Saturday Night Live after an act of defiance resulted in him being escorted off the premises. He had a rocky relationship with executive producer Lorne Michaels, which ended in a 3-year ban. Bowie had planned to do comedy sketches, but had issues with the way the producer wanted him to pronounce flan in one of the skits. He took a last-minute decision to perform scary monsters instead of telling lies, as a way to mock Michaels, who had a past life issue with the song. Michaels was furious and had Bowie and his band escorted off the premises. But that's all for today though, we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.